Yeah.
Okay, I think I've never done this before, so
that's all right.
That's all right. Well, hello
to
everyone who might be watching on the live stream or recording. I'll introduce myself again with an echo, which I can't make go away, even though I've tried everything that I can to make it go away, and never had before. But we're just going to roll with it anyway, because our intention is to get you excited about pet anxiety summit study on the 18th, and it's entirely devoted to helping you prevent and cure anxiety in your pets. So Ruth,
10 days to go, Edward.
How do you understand anxiety in pets, and particularly how do you help people understand the early signs of anxiety?
So that's two questions. So let's break it down. How do I understand anxiety in pets? So how do I see it? I would interpret that to say, how do I see it? How do I observe it in pets? Usually it can be a myriad of things, a myriad of symptoms. And, it really depends on the individual animal, but you can see things like hiding, being reclusive. I see things like if the human is reaching out to touch the animal will move back. Let's talk about separation anxiety. If the human's not there, then the animal may vocalize or be destructive. I also see it with presenting with aggression. So an aggressive behavior can link back to an anxious feeling, a feeling of being fearful. I can see it in whenever there are any physical body health issues as opposed to mental, emotional. If I can see if I'm getting the full case history of the animal, every aspect of their being, every presentation that they have, and I can see that there's an anxious behavior, then I can see, okay, well, that may be contributing to the physical issue. So we need to pay attention to that. And we also need to be supporting the nervous system. We also need to be looking at what is happening in the animal's environment. Where can we make changes? Does there need to be a more consistent routine? Do we need to put in place, because I do energy work as well, do we need to do some energy healing using some vibrational remedies as well to help with clearing repressed emotions that exist from past trauma? Because it might not be really, the things that are happening in the animal's environment, and then the human sees my dog or my cat is anxious. This circumstances happening could just be a trigger of something that's happened before. And so we need to do the work to heal what's gone on before, to shift the stagnant energy, to shift the repressed emotion. So I'm looking at it from all of those perspectives. It's not just, okay, well, we know there's a connection between the gut. Sorry for the really long answer. We know there's a connection between the gut and the brain. So let's just focus on the digestive system, or let's just, not that I work with drugs, let's just give some, pharmaceuticals to deal with the anxiety. Those things they might mask the symptoms, but they're not going to fix the core issue, the root cause of the anxiety that's creating the anxiety in the first place. It's then being triggered. I'll stop there.
No, that's cool. So how important do you think prevention levels for anxiety pets?
Important, super important. And especially if you notice that you do have an animal with an anxious behavior, not leaving it until they start, and sometimes this can't be avoided because you won't always be aware, but not leaving it until the physical issues present, because over time can pretty much be a guarantee. If the emotions aren't dealt with, we're going to see those physical issues present. So it's about just observing. I say number one, observe your animal. What do you notice about their personality? What do you notice about their behaviors? And you're not doing that with a view to changing who they are, because I get this a lot as well. Particularly with cats, my cat doesn't like strangers. My cat will go and hide in the wardrobe. Well, that is actually a natural cat behavior. A cat is a prey animal, as a predator, but they are also prey. And so they will have this instinctual behavior. there's a strange noise, a foreign person. I don't know this situation. I'm going to go somewhere where I feel safe until I can figure out what's going on. So, you know, and you might see that in the dog as well. There's this natural instinct to protect themselves, but more so with the cat because they are predator and prey. So it's not about changing, and you can do all this work for an animal, you know, but it's not about changing who they are at their core, about who they are as a member of their species. So it's important to understand what is a natural behavior, what is a individual behavior, what is something that requires support. And so you can analyze, well, what am I doing? What is their behavior? What is their emotional response? Are there things in my life that I can change? Can I improve their diet? Can I reduce their toxic burden? Can I change something within myself so that I'm not so stressed out and worried and anxious? Because that will also have an impact. Can I change my routine so it's more consistent, change my animal's routine so it's more consistent? So it's looking at what are the circumstances that can be contributing to an animal's behavioral emotional response. When you make improvements, where can you accept that this is who they are? And then if the ultimate result is, okay, we need some support here, let's use some, obviously my preference is using natural remedies. What natural remedies can we use to support our animal, because there is an excess of anxiousness in this animal?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And you know, if you want to learn how to both prevent and heal anxiety in the most natural possible way, do come along to the Pet Anxiety Summit. It's totally free to attend live. Ruth is talking all about the microbiome and the gut-brain axis in her presentation. We've got many other speakers talking about all sorts of different approaches in terms of training, behaviour modification, homeopathy, and more veterinary approaches too. So, Ruth, we're super stoked to have you on the team for this one.
Thank you.
And if you're in Ruth's community, or if you're in our community here at Healing Vet, please come along. It costs you nothing, and it gives you the opportunity to make a massive difference.
So much information is going to be shared. I've had a look at all of the speakers, and I can't wait to listen to everything myself, because I'm sure I will learn things too. And it is...
I learned so much interviews, so you will learn a lot, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's great for anyone, even if you don't have an anxious animal, because if you know this information ahead of time, you can help prevent it, which is, prevention is better than cure, right?
Always.
Yes.
Awesome. So this is just a little chat with Ruth to get you all excited and come along and join us. You grab your free ticket now. There's some. As soon as you grab your free seat, you'll get into the next one of my presentations and a whole lot of free resources area. And then from the 18th, you'll get the opportunity to Ruth and a whole lot of other guest speakers as well.
Yeah, I can't wait to have you all join and learn more about this really interesting topic.